Hi, whoever is there, I apologize for all of the flickering. Oops. Getting all set up here for our video. Now let me just find you. I gotta find you here. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, now I should be able to see your comments. This is what we're going to make. Maybe not exactly like this, but this is pretty much what we are going to make. We're going to build a box. I guess I can't put that there because I need my stuff. So let's put it away. And I'll show you a couple other. This is the one I'm going to use for my display. This is one I made a while ago for my 6x6 paper pads. This is how it's decorated. And then this one I just did not very long ago for my dies. It's not decorated. I haven't figured out what paper I'm putting on it yet, but that's what I've got my dies in. Okay, so if you're tuning in, say hello. These are a few. We're gonna need a few of those. You're gonna need some chipboard. This is just chipboard that I got out of Stampin' Up! Specialty papers and such, you know, other papers. I've been using those. You're gonna need some cardstock. This is the Michaels 65-pound cardstock is what I use. You'll need a few sheets of that. I don't know how many, it'll all depend. And away we go. So the box that I'm going to make is going to be for, and I don't know how many inches high yet. So let's start with cutting a piece, and you'll notice your chipboard, okay, you can fold it easy one way and not so easy the other, okay? So you want to have it so this way is going to be the height of my box, and the other way is going to be width. So I'm going to cut my chipboard, and it's not very thick, so I can cut it in my guillotine cutter. Okay, so this will give me a bottom piece as well, so we'll keep that over here. Now, height. So Stampin' Up! Cards are typically 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So the envelopes are a little bigger, so I don't want to double it, but let's go, what did I say, 4 1/4, so 5. I'm going to go 7 1/2 inches high. Okay, so then I'm going to take this and I'm going to label it back. And then I'm going to put an arrow to show which way it goes up. Okay, so now we're not going to cut the bottom piece at all yet. So this is scrap. This is for the bottom. We're not going to cut that yet. So now we want the sides. And I'm going to find, this is the card that I made this morning. It is going to go in a gift bag gift set. There's the inside. So I'm going to put that back in there. And I'm going to just measure and see how high. So we've got, so if we go 4 3/4 inches high, Okay, so again, you have your width. Okay, goes this way. We want it to be the other way. So this, okay, this is going to be the height of our box. And what did I say? 4 3/4. So 4 3/4. And we cut 2 of those. 4 3/4. So now we have to decide how long we want, like how deep, whatever you call that, we want our box. So if this is the back, if I'm doing this, I might do, I don't know, one, like I don't know how many cards you guys do. This is how I do a box. So all of you who ask for instructions, there are no real instructions to making a box because, like I say, I just kind of go and on a whim. So let's make it 5, 6. Let's make it 6 inches. Okay, so the sides are, I guess we didn't need 2. We can get 2 sides out of one piece. I think. 4 3/4 by 6. Yep. 4 3/4 by 6. Okay. Then the front. Okay, so we're going to do some more cutting here. So this is what I do. Okay. I'm going to label right side. And then up. And then left. Up. Okay, and now we're going to do the front. But first of all, we've got to figure out what angle, if you want to put an angle, I like putting an angle, whoops, on my boxes. That's not right. I did that wrong. It's supposed to go this way. So go like that. Go like that. There. And now I want to figure out, you know, like what kind of an angle if we want to go all the way down. So I'm just going to draw a line, tick mark. You can use pencil if you want. I'm using pen because we're going to cover this whole thing up anyway. Draw, make a tick mark. I'm going to go at 2. And 2, like so. I don't know why. You only need a tick mark on one side. I'm folio making here. So now we are going to, actually let's make this, no, I like it right. Okay, so now we're going to make a line right from the corner. So we're going to cut that. Okay, and then we'll use this as a guide. Okay, so you bring in your no slip cutting surface that I'm going to hold it, have the other way. Okay, you're going to line up your line here. And I didn't get a new blade, so my blade is going to be awful dull. And I do it like this because when you come in from a corner like that, it tends to pull back on the corner. And then you just, there, cut it away, just like so. Now, we'll take the left, okay? So you got your right up and your left up, okay? So put them together like this, okay? And that will give you your line. And so you just trace the line. Okay, so that'll go there. And this is now garbage. Okay. Okay, and then cut. And don't put a lot of pressure on it, you just keep cutting until you get through. Okay, so there you have the left. So now this should be 2 inches. Yep, 2 inches by, what did we say? 6. So now we can take this piece. Never throw away fairly big scraps because you just never know when you're going to need them. Bring back in your cutter and cut 2. By 6. Okay, now we can move our cutter for a minute. Okay, so this is front. Okay, so you have your, that's going to go like this. Okay, but this is not where you're going to put this because we're going to actually put it like this. So now you'll see how we start putting the box together. Oops, this is garbage. This is for later. That we didn't need. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take, we need to make a few of these pieces that are 1 by, I'm going to do 11. Okay, so bring in your, I use a scoreboard. And you can trim it to 8 if you want right off the start. Don't mind me, I'm going to have my trimmer just over here off to the side. So you can trim it to, I'm using 8.5 by 11 just because I had a few sheets. You'll probably need, I'm going to do a couple because I'm probably going to make another box. Not today, but sometime. Because I want to make all of my own displays for the craft fair. And then I keep these, and I took them up here because when I do my tuck spots in albums and stuff, that's how so I keep those. Okay. So now we're going to score. You're going to score at a 1/2 inch. And then every 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, all the way across. Okay, and then set that aside, do the same thing to the other one. Okay, score at a 1/2, and then 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, and 7.5. Okay, move your scoreboard. Bring back in your cutter. Now you're going to cut, I put it upside down, at every inch. So you're going to cut 8, you're going to cut at 7. 6. 5. You'll never guess which the next number is. 4. 3. Ouch. 2. And the last one. 1 is kind of a little tricky sometimes. Okay, bring back in your other one. Okay, 7. 6. I'll go high enough. And how I learned to make boxes and things is from, if you follow Kathy King of Paper Phenomenon, I have purchased a number of her tutorials. She is at fault for, for getting me into album and folio making. Between her and Vanessa Peter of Scrapping It Up, it's all their fault, and I appreciate it to high heck because I'm having so much fun. Okay, so just move these out of the way. You maybe don't need as many, but okay, so we're gonna start with, okay, right, left, okay, we're gonna start with, I'm gonna see here if I need, oh yeah, you want a long one. Okay, I always kind of pre-fold, and you can use tape, but I'm going to use liquid glue because I have more of it. It's going to be a little bit messy, but that's not a big deal. Okay, so first of all, I am going to put this on my back piece. I'm just going to kind of measure and see. You want it right edge to edge, but I don't want glue all over because I am going to cut that off and possibly use it somewhere else. So I'm just going to go like that. And I'm going to take this and just kind of stick it down on the one side. You want to still kind of see your score line. It's not a big deal if you don't, because we are going to glue another piece to it. Okay, and then like I said, I just want to cut that extra strip because we'll be able to use these somewhere else. Cut that off. Okay, because we'll be able to use that probably right here. Okay, so now, okay, we're going to take this, and I want this to kind of be up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of hold it in place a little bit, like so. This is sort of pointless, but because the glue is going to let go, it's just kind of to help me know where I'm putting my piece. Okay, again with the glue. Okay, and I'm going to go like this, right at the bottom, and you're going to line it right up at the top. You want to be right over. And then I'm going to just slowly guide this up. And then let it fall. because when I put it together, it's going to be up here. You'll see. Okay, so just leave that like that. Okay, we're not going to do anything with this quite yet. Okay, so same thing. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. I don't think I'm going to continue doing any live videos because I don't have anybody that joins me live. I'm just going to continue doing videos and having them posted on my YouTube channel. And then I can do them at my leisure. Okay, so there I have where I need the glue. And like I said, this does get a little bit messy. Okay, and we're just going to stick that so that we can still see the score line. Okay, give that a burnish. Okay, and then I'm going to trim this one off. Okay, now again, now I think I'm just going to kind of eyeball and see what my distance is there. It looks like you're leaving about 1/8 of an inch. So I'm just going to see where I want my glue here. Okay, and then like I said, about 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Okay, and then now the fun, now some fun. Okay, you want the sides to be on top. I'm thinking we could probably stick them down. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stick glue in there and right here. And it's okay if it gets all over because it'll help keep your box together. Okay, so just keep holding that. Until that glue kind of, glue sets. Okay, just like that. And if you want to, you can wipe that glue away, but I'm going to wait just a little bit longer. Actually, I'm going to just kind of use it. And that's one of the good things about these bone folders is the glue doesn't stick. Okay, same thing here. A little bit of glue, glue in here. Okay, and as you're running your bone folder, it will ooze out. Okay, so lift that up, and now we're going to take our front piece, and again, it's going to go on top as well. I just want to make sure that I have it right. I do. Okay, so now with that, this is okay. If it bends like that, that's not a big deal. Take this piece, and we're going to be cutting it off too, so if you get a little glue happy. Okay, I'm just lining it up. You don't want to be over too much. I'm just lining it up here. Okay, and now I'm going to just snip straight on the front, and then the angle, cut it off on the angle. Okay, like so. Okay, now I know this is hard to see, and I'm probably not the one to watch to make a box. You have to pay for Kathy's, but they are well worth the money, trust me. Okay, I'm just putting glue on that piece that we're going to use to attach the front. Okay, I'm going to stick it, and I have it like this, whoops, on the table so that I can get it all lined up. Okay. Okay, like that. Oh, like that. You have to sometimes, I have to hold my tongue right. Okay, and then I'm going to use, and I'm going to lift this up and just kind of keep just like so with my bone folder. And that glue, whoops, it will eventually stick, and it does dry clear, so you don't have to worry about making a mess. Okay, so there's one done. Okay, now we're going to take another piece. I know there's probably easier ways to do this, but you see, this is just, I don't measure so well. Some of you can actually measure and get things right. I am not one of those people, unless it's paper. With chipboard, it never fails. Something is always crooked. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing. Take my glue about 2 inches, and attach it to the side. Oh, I need a little bit more. Attach it to the side. You have a second to move things around with wet glue, which is a plus. Oopsie. Sometimes. Okay. Now, again, I'm just going to snip that. And I probably can't see, but just snip it straight. And then cut off on the angle. And that piece is garbage. Okay, now here it'll be a little bit better. Okay, so more glue. Okay, attach that right close. Bottom. And then I use my bone folder. And stick that glue right down. Okay, you can do this if you want, but hold it because it's still going to be flimsy for a second. Okay, so now, okay, because I like this, like I said, I can't measure with poop. So I'm going to now try to blindly get my pin back in the hole. Okay, and now this is how I measure. It should be 6. But like I said, I tend to get things very crooked. Plus you have to work with the dimensions, and because I use scrap chipboard, it's not all the same measurements. So I need to cut my piece at 5 7/8. It's a little on the crooked side. So either something got whoa! Okay, so like I said, 5 7/8. We'll just cut it at 6 by 6. Perfect. So now we're gonna set this over here. Bring back in our trimmer. Find our piece that was 6 inches. I think, oh, that's not it. Where did it go? I thought I had it set aside. This isn't it. Uh-oh. I think I may have used the wrong piece, so that's okay. We'll just cut a new piece. So 6 by 6. Okay, so there's our 6 by 6 piece. This out of the way. This is garbage. Okay, this piece, and now this should just fall into play. If you hold your tongue right, it falls into play. Now, so this is my cheater hack as to how I put the box together. Okay, so let's just like that. Now we're going to take and trim 6-inch strips and take just a smidgen off. Then you'll have enough. But I just decided to use my 8.5 by 11. Okay, so you're going to want 4 strips. Set your trimmer aside. Okay. Now I'm just kind of pre-folding. Okay. Okay, glue both sides of your strip. Okay, and a bead of glue on your chipboard. Okay, and then that just lays in there. And then you use your bone folder. Okay, and you just just like this. I know this looks really funny, but this is how I make my boxes. Okay, now I'm going to do the front. Okay, so like I say, you just fold it. Okay, bead of glue. Like I say, it might make a mess. Oh yeah, I went right through there. Okay, with your bone folder, you're just holding it tight. Okay, burnishing. Okay, and you'll see why I don't have anything on the bottom yet. Then we just take a baby wipe. This is why I kind of like these mats. And just wipe that up. Okay, next one. Okay, get that bead of glue down there. That'll just help keep it together. Okay, and you're just burnishing to stick that down. Okay, and then the last side. Okay, just a bead of glue. I have that kind of probably on my surface, but that's okay. Probably should have trimmed that down a little bit more, but that's okay. A little tight in the corners. Okay, and now you can see your box will be held together nicely. Okay, so now the bottom is secure. It has been adhered, our tape and our glue is sticking. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just trim. Okay, we're just going to cut up with this angle here. As flush as you can get it. Okay, same thing on this side, and this side could be fun. I'm not left-handed. You know what? This is why craft knives are handy. Okay, so I'm going to use my craft knife for this one because I can't cut that side. Okay, and I'm just going to cut that same angle with my craft knife. Just have to cut a couple of times just so that you can get it all the way through. There, I think I got it. Okay. And then you're just going to stick this one down. Okay, so you're going to just do the same thing with your adhesive, your glue. Glue on all of it. And I like to put glue, now it's all plugged. There. Lots of glue in there. It will smear, it will come out, because I like to have a nice clean finish. Okay, and then I use my finger and I just fold it over and then stick it down. And like I said, if the glue comes out, that's, excuse me, not a big deal. Use a Kleenex, wipe it off. Okay, same thing on the other side. Now that it's not plugged, I can have the right amount come out. Okay, burnish it. Okay, and then just use your finger and help fold it over. Okay, nice and clean. Okay, ta-da. Okay, the bottom of your box. Okay, you're going to take a couple of strips. My strips are cut crooked. That is the problem with some of the paper. What we're going to do is on one side, just do one side. Again, you don't have to be, you know, like precise or anything quite yet. Okay, and now just kind of put it over on half, like okay, give that a burnish. And when you do a box like this with the angles, it is tougher. You can't just flip it over. Okay, so then you're going to fold this over flat. Okay, line up your score line. Give it a pinch. Burnish it. Okay, same thing with the other side. Hold it flat, line up your score line with the edge, and then burnish. Okay, give it a pinch. Okay, now what we're gonna do, I'll have to stand here now. Okay, so you're gonna just kind of cut on an angle to the corner, not much, and you don't want to go through. Okay, cut on an angle to the corner. You don't want to cut it off. Okay, you'll see why. Okay, fold that back. Okay, same thing on the other side. See how you can see how it's together? Okay, cut on an angle towards the corner there, and then fold this back. See how you see that? Okay, so we're going to stick that little piece down. might have been a bit big. Okay, stick that little piece down. Doesn't have to be precise, exact. It is just kind of to cover up the corner. Okay, so stick that down. Whoops. Okay, see? How you see that? Okay, and I use my bone folder and I just kind of help it, holding your box kind of sturdy as you can. Okay, then you can put your box down and burnish it down from the inside. Okay, like I say, if your box was flat, and you can make your box however you choose, there is no right way or wrong way. Okay, same thing. No right way or wrong way. The size all depends on what you want the box for. Okay. And my chipboard is probably a little bit lighter weight than what most chipboards, especially the ones that you purchase, are, because like I said, I've just been using scraps from packages of specialty paper. So it could be a little bit lighter weight than, and it's just for cards, so it doesn't have to be too heavy duty. Cards don't weigh that much. Whereas I have a box that my embossing folders and stuff like that were in, and it's already come apart. But I didn't have it completely finished. I'm using a wet wipe. I should not be using a wet wipe. I should have a couple of Kleenexes over here. Normally I use tape for this, but I've been using glue because I have more wet glue than I do tape right now. And I'm trying to preserve my tape for when I start making folios again. Okay, so same thing. You're going to just put your adhesive on all of one side. See? It doesn't have to be like exactly half. Okay. You don't want to put too much pressure there or you'll bend it. So I'm going to adjust. Okay. Again, fold it, pull it so that it's flat. And then give it a pinch. Line up your score line. Give it a burnish. Okay, same thing on the other side. Pull it so that it's tight. Line it up. Okay, give it a burnish. Okay, now here we go with the cutting again. Okay, just want to cut on a little bit of an angle towards the corner. Okay, a little bit of an angle. Hope you guys can kind of sort of see. Again, no exact measurements. Okay, see how you got that little thing? Okay, so now we're just going to fold that over. Okay, fold it over. Same with the other side. There we go. You gotta hold your tongue right sometimes. Okay, and I'm being quiet. I apologize. I got no comments or anything, so I have no questions to answer. Okay, and you're just gonna keep doing it until your glue starts to stick. Okay, just keep burnishing until your glue starts to stick. And then if you want, I have quite a bit of oozing there, so I'm not going to lay it down because I'm actually going to use that for when I do the sides. Okay. Just like so. Keep burnishing until that glue sticks. Looks as though I missed. So I'm just gonna, not that handed, so I'm gonna make a mess, apparently. Stick a little in there. There. Okay, keep burnishing, like I say, until it sticks. And now you can see we have that little gap. Not a problem. Because now I gotta plug in my glue. I got enough that it should pass. I'm using up old glue I bought from somebody else, and it's a little bit chunky, but that's okay. I'm still using it. I just fight with it a little bit sometimes. I usually win that battle. Okay, now you can set that down. And all I do is this. Just like so. And that usually gets that out of the way. Okay, so now we need 2 little pieces. So just take a chunk . Okay, that should be enough for both, yep. So seeing as I have this side laying down, we will do that side first. So just a little bit of glue there. And then center your box onto it. And burnish. Okay, glue the other side. Oh, I got lots of chunkies in here this time. Okay, just burnish and stick it until your glue sticks down. Wipe that off. It's going to dry clear anyway. It's not a big deal. And we're going to cover it with black paper, so it's not a big deal. I'm just going to put glue all over this teeny tiny little piece. I have glue oozing. I think I have, oh I do, one Kleenex here. And just kind of wipe it off. And ta-da! Burnish, burnish. Okay, and there your bottom looks nice and clean. And we are still going to put black paper over top of that, so it's not a big deal, and this. But we're not done, we're still going to frame it. Okay, so now you're going to take another piece and do the same thing. Okay. I'm going to stick it down. We're going to stick on the angle, so we're going to put that in like this. We may have to, let me just, this side will be fine. May have to angle it. Like so. Yeah. A little bit more on the one side. This is just me being anal because we're still going to put a piece in there, which we should maybe do first. And then that can come. This might even be enough right here. Yes, it is. Okay, so you're going to want to trim that off. I'm angling it so that I don't have to fight with the chipboard. Perfect. Right there. Okay, again, put a bead of glue up this edge here. Okay, and then I'm going to glue both sides of my cardstock. Make sure you get the right side to the right side. Whoopsie. Okay, just burnish that down. Okay, and then same thing for the other side. Okay, and again, instead of fighting with it, I'm going to just kind of make a mark here with my pencil. I know you guys can't see. Make a mark with my pencil so that I know where I am cutting. So straight and then angled. Little bit more off of there. And you don't want anything hanging over because when you do this piece, it will interfere and you won't have a nice clean cut or clean edge. So yes, I am finicky. Okay, a little bit of a bead of glue, whoopsie, along the edge. And then glue your sides. I do hold my tongue right a lot when I make projects like this. But I don't, when I make projects like this for me, I don't really have like precise measurements. I just kind of go with the flow. Okay, and as you'll see, you have your black border kind of all the way around. So you could just use decorative paper to finish your box. Excuse me. Oh, I guess we should do that too. Or inside on the front. So we need about 2 inches. So this one will be lots. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, we do have to do that. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to make a pencil mark. I think my pencil is running out. Pencil mark. And then just trim it. Okay, just like so. Perfect, perfect. And again, you're not going to be able to see. A bead of glue. And glue both sides. And you don't, that's the good thing about this art glitter glue, is you don't need a lot of it. It's got some good stickum. Okay, and I apologize for you not being able to see into the box, but to do this, you got to kind of lay it down. And you're just burnishing nice and tightly into the corner. Okay, again, now on the other side. Okay. Oopsie. I think I just broke my pencil. I did so. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. And just cut. I'm cutting just kind of inside that line so that it doesn't stick over. Perfect. Okay. Now, bead of glue. And this art glitter glue, like wet glue, also helps keep your box together better. Than tape. Tape, it holds, but art glitter glue, well, I shouldn't say art glitter. It's I use that. Wet glue, when you stick it, it dries harder than tape. Like tape kind of has a little play, whereas a liquid glue will be firmer. It dries more solid. So like I say, it helps keep your box together better. Okay, now we're going to do our edges. Now, let me clean off my glue. And put the pin back in. If you have any questions or you like these pins, I am in Canada, however, but I make them and I have a few of them in my Etsy shop, and you'll find my Etsy shop link in the description box. If you like and you want to go check it out, shipping is included. Wait, maybe shipping isn't included. I can't remember. It may or may not be included in the price. Okay, so now we're going to take this piece that we started with and just double check. Yeah, we're golden there. Okay, I'm going to trim a little bit more off on this side. Okay, and we're going to stick this on the edge, and we're going to do it kind of the same way we did the bottom of the box. So we're just going to stick down the edge that goes on the box. We're just going to, oh, my glue is so chunky today. Okay, you're going to get that lined up there, and then we're going to put it down on its side. And burnish. Okay, and then you're going to do the same thing. We're just going to cut on a bit of an angle. Actually, we'll just cut it straight. Cut it on your angle. Okay, like that. Okay, and then, oh, we can't do that because of the angle. So we gotta, okay, so that's not gonna work. My idea sucked. Just trim that off. But that's okay. That's a first. Because we can't do angles. I didn't realize, and I should have known that because of my other box. I just thought I'd done it the right way that time, but I guess I didn't. Okay, so then we just get to put all of this side down. So glue. Okay, and then like I say, I just use my finger to help it go down, and then you can finish burnishing. Okay, so we don't need, oh, I had glue all over. Oopsie, oopsie poopsie. That's okay, you won't see much. Okay, so take another strip. Okay, I'm just going to angle it. That's perfect. Okay, I'm going to set it down, holding my tongue just right. And I'm going to, my pencil mark, and you'll cut on like an angle right through, like so. So again, dry fitting. So you see how it's a nice cut. Had to trim a little off there. And that just gives you a nice clean finish that is basically edge to edge. There you go. Okay, so we can put glue all over this if you can get your glue to come out. Sometimes I can get the chunks to work their way through, but this time I am not so lucky. At all with this glue. It is not my friend today. Good Lord. Oh, there we go. I may have a little bit much because I gave it a good squeeze. Okay, and then you just kind of get the glue off my fingers so that I can use my hand. Okay, I'm going to stick the one side. There. I cheated and I burnished both sides at once. Okay, whoops. Now, oh, that didn't stick down. And you want to get it stuck down as best you can. Okay, so let's measure. I think this is 6. Yep. And another cheater hack. So if you can't wrap, just take your Sharpie and you get it in to where you're not sure that you'll be able to get your paper to stick, and it will be black. So just like that. Okay, I'm just going to cut a piece here to 6 inches. Fold it. Oh, I got to trim down just a smidge here. And you may have to do this, as you saw before, a little bit more. Actually, let me just see if we can do it like that. Do the same on the inside. And then you'll have a nice tight fit. Yes. All right. And I'm putting a little bit of glue just on that edge, that score line, so that when we stick it down like this, we have a nice, and then we'll just keep working like that. Burnish. And that burnishes both sides. And so now you just need, we put our little bit there at the top, put a black border. Okay, so we need another strip, and this one is okay because it's flat and we can cut it off. So take one, get your garbage out of the way, kind of line it up where you want the glue. Okay, set your box down on top. You don't want any overhang. Okay, give that a burnish. Okay, and then you can cut that off. Okay, I'm gonna just sort of taper in my corners a little here. Okay, bead of glue in there. And then, like I said, now you can either mat the rest of your box in black or whatever cardstock you use to make your box, or you can just put your decorative paper on, giving you that black border still. I like to use cardstock because it just adds a little more stability to the box to layer up that cardstock. Lots of excess glue there. Okay, and there's your box. Okay, see, it's not bad for sturdy. It doesn't have to have a lot of weight because it's just for cards. So I'm going to finish decorating, and then there will be pictures on my business page, which you can also find in the description box below. See, cards fit just tickety-boo, just like that. Okay, perfect. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up.